Hello, everybody. Today, we are going to explore how to protect Odoo by using the browser technology that NetFoundry allows us. So now, the first thing we need to see is just basically our general architecture. As you can see here, it's quite simple. What I do have is just an Odoo instance. This Odoo instance is running on its own Docker network, right? On the same Docker network, what I do have is just an edge router. And basically, the idea of this edge router is just to provide me the access to the Odoo. Nothing in here is completely exposed. There is no single open port. And the idea is just to provide the access by any resources that we may have available. In this case, OpenCity, right? And NetFoundry. So, how this all works together? Basically, what we're going to have in here, it's an browser URL endpoint. With this endpoint, what is going to happen is that basically, before being able to access to the Odoo instance, I'm going to be request to get authenticated. The authentication may occur into any IDP. Basically, it could be Auth0, Google, whatever you actually require, right? And after I have been successfully authenticated, what is going to happen is that I'll be able to have access to the overlay. Having access to the overlay means that I'll be able to have access to the Odoo instance, and this is without having any kind of endpoint client installed. So join me and see how this all works together. As you can see, I do have this web browser. It's into the incognito mode, so there is nothing running right now. And what I'm going to do right now is just connecting into Odoo. So in order to connect to Odoo, I'm going to hit my internal Odoo credentials. So you can see here that the Odoo URL endpoint is this one. So after I'm hitting the URL, what you can see is that it's going to request for my authentication. So I'm going to say that I want to connect using my Google credentials, and I'm going to put them in here. Checkman at netfoundry.io. So the next thing is going to be just basically being able to provide those ones. I'm going to select here and hitting here. And then it's going to ask me, I'm sorry for doing this, but it's going to ask me for 2FA, just asking that this is myself. So this is what I'm going to do. And just saying that, yes, this is us. So now we have been successfully authenticated into the Odoo credential. So after being connected into the Odoo, as you can see, I do have now the access to connect. What is going to happen now is that basically I'm now presented with the Odoo credentials. The first credentials you saw were to connect actually to my account directly into the city network, and now I can have access to those. Obviously, you can eventually provide single sign-on access into Odoo, so you only use one type of credential or one credential at all. So at this moment, I can just basically hit my own credentials and connect directly into Odoo. Again, this is without requiring any agent that can be up and running and without anything installed in the solution at all. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.